Hey everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz. Welcome to American Truck Simulator Episode 2. Our first mission is going to be to get enough cash to buy a truck. We have a house rule in place that we can't take loans. Right now we have a little bit over $2,000 in the bank, and I was just checking before this episode starts. To get that cheapest Mac, I think we need $116,000 or $118,000. So we have some work cut out for us. Let's jump in and start making some money. All we can do, because we don't have any trucks of our own, is take a quick job. And just to kind of simulate where we were, we ended the last episode down in Artesia. So I'm going to start there and pick up a quick job there. And I was poking about here. This cheese job looks pretty good. The milk one pays a little bit more going up to Tucumcari, but the cheese one is a lot less weight and the truck has better horsepower. So I'm going to take that one just because I think that will get us... make the drive a little bit easier. So let's jump in and get started. We also have to discover some dealers along the way too. So we're going to have to take care of that. And I just realized that, yeah, so we'll get going here. Alrighty, engine's running. I do need some sound. Let's try this. Got new sound devices here. I've hooked up my AirPods, so we are rolling with this one. Let's get this on the road here. Oh, nice. Looks like we just go out this way, maybe? Nope. Maybe this way, huh? All right. Let's take a look at our load here first, huh? All right. Big trailer. Loaded up with cheese. Nice. Excellent. Let us head out. Oof, it's got a big, heavy engine to it. It's a lot different than Euro Truck Simulator. All righty. Let's go left here. Oof, it's a big bump. All right, Bushnell Farms, here we go. Let's, we'll rejoin then as we get out on the highway here. And we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we are out of the parking lot and in the town here. Looks like a little bit over a 4-hour drive. And one of the other things I want to do is to check each town. We're going to go through Roswell again, and I do think there's a couple of question marks there. One of them is probably a dealer, and I think the other one is a viewpoint. So we want to kind of make sure we start cleaning up some of these checkpoints, these question marks, so that we'll know where the dealers are, so that when we have enough money to buy a truck, we'll be able to pick a dealer we can go to that we want. I'm hopeful that the first truck will be a Mac, but sometimes life doesn't work out exactly the way you want it. So nice wide turn here. I have new mail. It's probably offering a loan that we're not going to take. Milk, nice. So we'll go forward about an hour here, and then we'll rehook back up here. Another iFlop pancake house. I do like these towns. I mean, they do have that Southwestern American vibe to them for sure. Flat, spacious, a lot of open space and flat space. Nice wide lanes and wide roads in the cities and everything. Certainly feels different from Euro Truck Simulator 2. I'll talk more about that as well, as I think as I get more familiar with this simulator. This is really only, I've probably spent maybe half an hour to an hour in it altogether right now. So still kind of just feeling my way around things here. But they have traffic lights. So we'll see in a little while once we get through the town out on the highway. This is pretty cool. Roswell has a little sign. I don't know if that's a real sign or not, but they've got a little spaceship with the aliens and the family meeting them and everything like that sitting by here. Is that a real thing in Roswell? We'll have to check that out. By the way, I imagine most people are familiar with it. And maybe, however, for people watching from Europe, the whole Roswell thing isn't that clear. But Roswell, New Mexico is a city famous in the UFO community for, I think it was back, I want to say, the 60s and 70s, where there was a lot of reported signings of unusual flying objects in the sky. A lot of theories, but the one crashed in the desert and they found it, and a lot of stuff out there. So there's all this kind of subculture in the city here. Now we want to check out these question marks. I can see them up on the left. Sorry to not talk about two things at once, but discovered a new viewpoint. Oh, let's check it out then. It's up here on the left. So we definitely want to see that. But there's there's actually kind of a tourism industry around it, and it's, I would say, probably the most famous city in the United States for anything to do with UFOs and stuff like that, and aliens from outer space. And of course, one of the elements of it is there's military bases right near here, outside of Roswell, and that's the general, I think, accepted explanation for what some of those sightings were, is that there was, military aircraft in the vicinity and people didn't know what it was. But I confess, I don't know a lot of the details about it. So here is a little viewpoint. Let's check it out. We'll go right up on the sidewalk here, apparently. E. All right, let's see what we got here. Enter. Oop, enter. Cutscene. The city of Roswell. Pretty cool. So these cutscenes, now I know they added them, the viewpoints, they added them to Iberia in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Other than that, I think the only one that I remember in Euro Truck Simulator 2 is that spot where you cross the Danube by ferry, and they show a cutscene as you're on that ferry. But I think there's 15 of them in American Truck Simulator, and, UFO store, very cool. 15 of them in American Truck Simulator, and if you get all 15 of them, you get an achievement. So I think this is our first one. This is our first one, of course. It's pretty cool, huh? To kind of pan the camera around. Ufo Gallery. Boy, they really kind of, they're milking this whole UFO-themed tourism industry, aren't they? That's pretty cool. A lot of souvenir shops and everything. It feels very American. So, hey, these aren't bad. These are kind of cool. Nice little break while we're on the road here. Yeah. Not sure that the vistas are all right, there we go. Cool. Let's get back on the road. We got money to make. Can't be kind of sitting around all day here. Now, there is one more question mark up here on the right, which looks like, we don't want to wipe out any of these stores. Looks like that might be a dealer, perhaps, or an agency, recruitment agency. No cars coming. Let's check it out. It'd be nice if it were a dealer. I confess, I don't know how many different models of trucks. Recruitment agency. All right, there it is. Okay, well, that's going to help after we get our first truck, after we get our second truck and we can hire drivers and things. But so far, so good. So our first mission will be to make money and find dealers. I guess that's kind of two missions. Anyway, we're back on the road. We'll touch base. We've got a couple, maybe an hour and a half or two more into the drive. So we've got about 2.5 hours left on our drive. So far, so good. We are in the middle of the desert here, just flying across New Mexico. Very flat, very open. Speed limit is 70 miles an hour, and this USBB truck, it's been right in front of us, just barely going that. I'd love to pass him, but so far, so good. Liking this a lot. I do notice a couple thoughts on this is that I heard that there's the 1.41 update has some multiplayer features in it, limited multiplayer features, and it's in beta right now. So I think we'll have to try an episode with that, maybe with Euro Truck Simulator 2, just to see how that multiplayer works. And I know I've seen a couple of YouTube videos out there already, people that have tried it. I have no idea how well it's worked and things like that, but that's kind of cool. So I think that'd be fun to do. And I also know that they are, reskinning California as part of the improvements to American Truck Simulator. So we'll have to get over there at some point, which will be fun. And other than that, it looks like this might be our destination up ahead, 2 hours or so. So we'll keep plugging along here. You can really get up some pretty good speed. Oh, what? Oh, you can bypass the way station. I thought we got a ticket. Have a safe journey. Okay, fantastic. I thought we were speeding and got our first ticket. Discovered a viewpoint. Where? Where is it? Oh, I'm supposed to go right. Damn it. Okay, hang on. Bugger. Screwed this up again. I'm talking, not paying attention where I'm going. I will just drive around here. Okay, looks like the viewpoint's back on the left there, so we'll have to check that out. Anyway, we'll come back around and check that second viewpoint out. That'll give us 2 already, which is pretty cool. Now, wait a second. I'm mixed up, aren't I? Because the viewpoints, the 15 viewpoints is in Iberia. There must be more than that here. I am not going that way. It's 5 hours. There's no way. So we're going to make a U-turn right here once this truck goes by. We're just kind of messing up the intersection here, but we got this. could possibly go wrong? This truck is sneaking up on our right here. All right, we're going to go this way. Complete U-turn. I'm not going 5 hours out of our way. That's crazy stuff. Just because I went around a wrong turn. There we go. Now sort it out, Navi. Okay, 1 hour and 58 minutes. Much better. I do want to check out this viewpoint right up here on the right. I don't know what it is, but looks like it's in this parking lot. Please pull in for an inspection at the near... Now they want us to... Okay. Now they want us to go into the way station. Okay. But I can't. It's blocked off there. That's funny. So we could go past it going that way, but now we've been chosen to go in for a way station. What is down here, by the way? Is this the viewpoint? Stop the truck at the scale. Okay. The viewpoint's straight ahead, though. All right. Gross weight. Achievement unlocked. We got a little unlocked. Nice. Thank you for your cooperation. So we got an achievement for doing that. That's pretty cool. What kind of viewpoint must this be at the way station? I mean, doesn't seem like it's all that interesting of a place, right? Let's check it out. Activate viewpoint. The city of Vaughn. Does every city in this American Truck Simulator have a viewpoint? And, more importantly, do you get an achievement for collecting them all? I mean, this is... I mean, the viewpoint idea is nice. I'm not sure that... As much as I like the game, I'm not sure that a viewpoint of a gas station is really capturing my imagination here. An American motel. Okay, I do see quite a few old cars, antique cars in the game here, which is kind of cool. And another side of the... Is this the hotel or the old train station? Okay. So, interesting. And a church. I guess it's kind of cool. They show you the little sights around the town. Make a good episode if we were to kind of do a little bit more research on what's important behind some of these waypoints and whatnot. But going up now, and that probably is the end, right? Like 5 little scenes. Perfect. Okay, well, there you go. We'll keep driving on. We'll check as we're getting closer to the end here. We're going to see what kind of a parking challenge we get this time, too. So we've got about half an hour left of our drive, and it's been pretty smooth sailing. We have, fingers crossed, haven't hit anything yet, and no fines yet. So far, so good. It looks like we're arriving in the outskirts of Tucumcari now. And this little truck with gravel on it is kind of a pain in the butt here, but we'll fall in behind it now. The biggest thing I've noticed so far in terms of the difference between Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator is the turning and the handling of the truck, because the wheelbase in the US trucks is much longer than it is in the European trucks. At least like it feels like it is. So they just handle a lot differently. But oops, looks like this is our exit here. We're off. Curious to see what kind of parking challenge we get. Thank you for people who posted in the comments on the last episode that did mention that, whoa, there's a little bit of excess speed there. Whoops, come on. Let's go. Who did mention, it's not the smoothest handling here, who did say that the last parking job we had, that one that was the double jackknife back up across the corner there, was one of the hardest ones in American Truck Simulator. So that is good to know. I'm gonna make a wide turn here so we don't hit that car. Oof. Like that. It's harder to make these wide turns with these trucks here. I feel like we're gonna smush a lot of cars until we kind of figure out how to get better at it. But yeah, thanks for letting me know on the parking, because that was certainly challenging. Our third of 14 New Mexico cities. Fantastic. Tucumcari discovered. We're making progress. The beginning of a game like this is always so fun when you've got everything's new and it's all fresh and stuff like that. And speaking of new and fresh, we have no intentions of stopping the Euro Truck Simulator 2 series. Is this our spot right here? I'll probably do like 3 or 4 episodes on this one and then jump back to Europe. I just want to kind of get a little bit started here. Are we here? 40. Ah. That looks hard for 40, but challenge accepted. Proceed to the unloading area. So we'll get this lined up, and then we'll see how we do backing up, and we'll wrap up this episode. Progress made. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, right? Little flashing spot over there. I think we can come down here, turn around. Oops. Didn't see that. Yeah. Okay. Guess I hit that wall. It's not our truck. We have to worry about it. Just to rent a truck. I have no idea what I'm doing now or how I managed to do this. This shouldn't be that hard. Oh, that kind of worked. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I feel like it's like learning how to park all over again in this game. I just don't feel like I've got any control over the truck. That wasn't too bad, all things considered, but it was not the way I intended to park here. So we're here. Truck's in place, nice and pretty. Actually, that's a pretty good spot on that parking job afterwards. And let's rack this one up. Lowering our legs. How'd we do? Achievement company collector, 2 out of 15. So our second different delivery to a company. Are we going to hit level 1? Yep. Level 1. Continue on. 419 experience. Almost to level 2. Let's go for a little bit of long distance. We'll apply that. Awesome. There you go. Well, we're done with our first real delivery. We've got $7,000. We need about another $110,000 to buy our first truck. So we'll see you in our next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have suggestions on places to go in New Mexico or things to see and do, let me know. And as always, thanks for tuning in. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.